y'all, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, so I want to do a little reaction to Amberlynn Reid and the time that she broke up with Faline, Jade, Wifey, whatever you want to call her. And this is going to be a lot of crying from Amberlynn, but at the same time, you're going to see the manipulation. All right, guys, let's just dive right in and do this together. Let's press play.
Hello. So I don't know if I'm gonna regret this, but I don't know, it's like a little video diary.
Oh, don't worry. By the time we get to the end of this, you'll understand where I'm coming from.
But Faline and I have broken up. It was mutual.
And she's lying through her teeth right now.
I have a freaking headphone thing in. It just...
Those AirPods are what Wifey bought you for Christmas because you keep losing everything.
It was mutual, and...
No, it wasn't.
Like, I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing yesterday. Like, I did...
How is that any different than any other day, Amberlynn?
I have makeup. Like, I have cried it all off completely. I can't stop crying. I feel like I'm mourning, like, a death. Like, knowing that one day, like... I'm just gonna wake up and she's not there. It's a different type of pain because, like, I envisioned.
You think everybody that you're with is gonna marry you. You wanted to marry Destiny. You wanted to marry Beck. You wanted to marry Wifey. Anybody you get with, you want them to wipe you up just as soon as they can.
My whole future with her. And I know she did the same, and this was mutual.
No, it wasn't. You notice she keeps saying that over and over. She's trying to convince you of something that ain't there.
There has, like, I'm gonna speak for myself.
That's the only person you can speak about, Amber. You don't need to put words in anybody else's mouth.
There has been some things that just, like...
Come on, think of the right words to put out there trying to make everybody on your side, but it don't work.
I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes, and I know what I'm worth, and I know it might not be, like, a lot to some people, but I know.
Hey, where's the tears? I look for your tears all the time, but I can't find them.
Like, what I deserve, and I know what I want, and I just need to be single. I literally have cried. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Sorry. I have done nothing but literally cry.
Oh, no, you haven't. You have celebrated, Amberlynn.
And cry and cry and cry for the last, like, 24 hours. This...
Well, maybe you shouldn't be in somebody else's DMs.
Happened literally before fireworks last night. I don't know what to say. Like, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people questioning and saying you seemed so happy, and yeah, like, the relationship I had with Faline was literally the most passionate relationship I've ever been in.
Passionate does not mean happiness.
But on both sides of the spectrum.
You cannot speak for her. You better stop it, and you better squeeze a lot harder for those crocodile tears.
On both sides. And I just... she's my best friend, and...
Oh yeah, we know that by the way y'all talked about each other, right? Especially you.
It's like she wants to help me with this move. I will be moving. She will be moving. We have a timeline of when that's going to be happening.
Is that when the lease is up? Because usually that's when you move.
And I just look around at everything, and it's like I look over in my kitchen and I'm like, that's the first place she kissed me. But then there's also probably a bad memory in that same spot.
Welcome to everywhere you go in life, Amberlynn.
You know, it's like not everything is perfect behind the scenes. Honestly, it doesn't even matter why we broke up.
See, here's the problem. When you want to post something like this, people are going to ask you questions. And when people ask you questions, we expect to have answers to those questions. It's kind of how YouTube works, woman.
It's personal, and
Then don't put it on YouTube.
and we both have our own reasons, but she's my other half of my heart, and
Oh, yeah, you're showing it, aren't you? Yeah, you got so much remorse in you.
I'm the other half of hers.
Quit speaking for her. Just stop it.
But we can't be in a relationship.
You knew that a long time ago. You just wanted to save face.
I just don't even know what to say. Like, I just got off the phone with my mom and talked to her because I just needed someone.
You needed someone to be on your side no matter what. You needed your mommy.
I just needed someone that isn't her, you know? Because Faline is my best friend and I'm her best friend, and it's like, it's kind of hard to...
Y'all remember this moment. Mama Lynn was there when Amber really needed her during the C word, during this. But now that she's around Mama Lynn, oh, she says bad things about her in front of her.
cry to the person that you're losing. Even though Faline and I both have been crying literally all day, I have never ever seen her cry this much. And even just calling her Faline is so hard
Then call her by her name. It's not hard. Call her by her name.
because Bambi and Faline, like, it's not a thing anymore.
Hey, push harder on your eyes. Maybe a tear will fall out.
I also think like I'm partially in shock. I don't know. It's like, how do I go on? I literally just feel like something I've always experienced is like when I experience heartbreak, I feel it physically.
Most people do, Amberlynn. Goodness gracious, you would think that she did. Right now, she don't remember the whole Valentine's Guzzle Guzzle video. She don't remember all the videos she did about Beck and even the live stream where she wasn't getting with anybody else. Now she wants to be single this time. This is a whole cycle Amberlynn goes through.
Like, it physically feels like I've lost like a limb, or I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like I was hit by a truck
It's called heartache, but I don't think you got it.
a million times over, just repeatedly, over and over and over. Like, I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that I have to because it's just like, I know.
Come on, Amberlynn. We know what it looks like when you're sad and scared. We know what you look like, and it's not this.
I know what I deserve. Even though sometimes I act like I hate myself, like I act like it. There's a part of me that cares.
Oh no, there's a lot of you that cares about you and no one else.
And I care about Faline as well. It's like, she deserves the fucking world. And it's like I could only give her a part of it.
Because you're selfish and entitled.
I can only give her a part of it when I want to give her the whole thing. And by breaking up, you know what? I kind of am. I don't want to like...
What are you cutting out? If you're going to do an emotional video and you're going to do something that's heartfelt and something to pull on somebody's emotions, you don't cut a bunch of it out. That's not what you do in a video.
shower. I don't want to like...
You never want to shower.
I don't want to do anything. I kind of just want to like eat. I just want to eat.
Once again, I pose the question, how is this any different than any other day?
I just want to eat. I just want to turn to food. I want to numb it out. I'm just lost. Because like I said, I don't know who I am. And I'm just ready to be.
We know exactly who you are, Amberlynn. We know the type of person you are. We know it all. So you can't fool any of us. And it is Faline's fault for even getting with you in the first place.
Single. And I'm going to be living on my own. And I don't want to say where. I don't want to say when. But
I kind of spoiled that for you in one of the last videos that I uploaded. I told you where she was going and where she ended up. Should have done this one first, but I never said I knew what I was doing on here.
As much as YouTube has like drastically fucked with me in my life,
as much as YouTube has provided your lifestyle,
it has also been one of the most amazing things that I am so grateful for.
You're never grateful. Don't even try that.
And it's like, for me, talking, just talking and talking and talking is so therapeutic. And it helps me understand myself. I know a lot of people aren't like that. They're not an open book. But YouTube has been there for me for a decade.
You are not an open book either. You're obviously saying that by saying there's other things going on. You don't put everything on YouTube.
And it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. So I want to document, you know, everything to the best of my ability. Obviously, I'm not going to share everything, the real personal stuff, because why we broke up, it doesn't matter.
Because you don't want to admit that it's on you. That's the problem.
It happened though, and I have to move on. I have to move forward, and so does she.
If I didn't know Amberlynn, I would have a little bit more heart towards her and a little bit more empathy. But the thing is I already know how she is. I've watched this happen over and over and over again. I'm just glad I'm now able to see this side of her.
And it just feels like a nightmare. It feels like an absolute nightmare. But I know that it has to happen. And I have to keep reminding myself of that it has to happen, and I have to keep a healthy distance from her.
You're living in the same daggum apartment. How is it even healthy? Usually when people split up, they split up. They don't stay in the same daggum place.
Because like, she's still trying to hug me and stuff like that, and I have to tell her like, I can't. Like, it hurts too bad. And in the past, like, I didn't want my ex to not sleep in the bed with me, but I don't want her in the bed with me.
This is saying a lot about Amberlynn and what's actually happening behind the scenes.
And I slept without her last night, and it was horrible. I have very, very, very bad abandonment issues. Like, this is due to like childhood shit. Like,
yeah, and you have caused this to yourself on this whole breakup thing. You have done this all to yourself.
I have been abandoned. You know, I was abandoned during the time of your life when you shouldn't be.
Oh my goodness, people understand you were in foster care. Most people understand where you're coming from when you were in foster care. But now then, you don't need to compare the two.
So I have a lot of like fears that are irrational but also very rational. I hate sleeping alone. I hate it more than anything. But
that's why you rush into relationships.
But I know that I have to detach myself from certain things. And I have to be strong. I have to do this.
You don't have to be on YouTube right now saying all this, but you are. Because you want the change.
It's freaking hard. It's terrifying. The unknown. Everything that I have to do. All the I's I have to dot. All the T's I have to cross.
Amberlynn is having to be an adult. She's afraid of being on her own and having to do things by herself. Because Faline took care of everything.
just to get to my destination.
What's your destination, Amberlynn? Bora Bora?
And I mean that like physically, but also figuratively, metaphorically, whatever it may be. It's just there's so
Yeah, you don't know the definition of any of those words or how to use them.
much. And I don't know, I just feel really freaking lost right now. And I need a shoulder.
Are y'all noticing how she's crying? Are you paying attention to how she's crying? She manipulates her audience so bad.
I need a shoulder to cry on.
Use your own. Be self-efficient.
But I don't have anybody.
You just said you had your mama.
I don't have anybody here. Cause
Too bad you pushed Beck away, huh?
Taki's not for me. It never has been for me.
You didn't have to stay there after you and Beck broke up, but you know what? Oh, never mind. I'm gonna go over that live. I'm not gonna do this here.
I came here for somebody, stayed here for somebody, and then was stuck here with somebody.
Stuck? You were stuck with Jade for those years? You were absolutely stuck? Oh my goodness gracious, you should be disgraced. You're just a disgrace.
All 3 different people, and now I get to be free. And that's wild.
You get to be free, but you don't even move to where you want to move to, Amberlynn.
That's wild. I don't know, you guys. I'll keep you updated, but that's kind of all I have for now. I'm gonna go cry in a pillow or something.
It's healthy for you.
Hey guys, so I was trying to find a time when I wasn't crying because that's literally all I've been doing. That's all Faline has been doing. I finally took my first shower since—
Oh, well, congratulations. You tried to get clean. And you weren't even taking showers every day back then. Let's be honest.
since the breakup. Today's the 6th. We broke up on the 4th, and I'm a daily shower type of girl. I don't think I've skipped a shower in, I don't know, it's been a hot minute.
When you have to talk about it and tell us you took a shower, it means you didn't take a shower.
So it doesn't even matter, but I'm just saying, the fact that I was able to shower, I am glad about that. I just feel super like everything doesn't matter. Things seem so pointless right now.
Stop it. Just stop it. You don't have to upload things like this, but you chose to because you want pity from everybody, and nobody pitied you. Everybody goes through a breakup of some sort or has some kind of sadness in their life. You can't expect everybody else to fill that hole if you don't fill that hole.
And Faline did give me permission to share as much as I want. And that kind of shocked me.
She knew you were going to share everything you wanted to share anyways, even if she said no.
To be honest, because she is very private. But she knows this is also something that I'm going through. I first want to just say, like, thank you guys so much for the support. Like, I have gotten so many messages.
On Insta. That's where she gets messages. She don't get messages from YouTube.
And I glanced at the comments, and it's just pouring with support. Of course, there are people who are very insensitive. That comes with the territory, but I just appreciate the support so much. I am only one person here.
There's 2 people in the house, though, so you're not the only one person.
And I haven't been the most independent person in my life.
No, duh. You think? You can't even put a vanity together, even with instructions. Goodness gracious.
Obviously, but it doesn't matter if you're super independent. If you're not, sometimes you just need someone.
Quit lecturing me. Just stop it. You're not good at giving advice.
To like care, and to feel like so many people care. It's just, it's helps in a weird way.
You know, people care about Faline more than they care about you, and you know it. That's why you're trying to share Faline's side of the story, so maybe people will be on your side.
There are a lot of rumors happening, which I do understand, because like I am being like kind of vague to protect Faline because I love her
Oh, don't worry, guys, this video ain't over.
a lot. But there are a few things I want to clear up. People saying like she broke up with me. No. People saying that it's because she's poly. No. Like people saying that she's in a relationship, another one, like found someone else. No.
Well, keep just telling us what it's not and tell us what it is.
None of these things are true at all. Faline is a great person, but I feel like
Anything that's good to anybody that is good to you or good for you, you ship to the curb as fast as you can.
I wasn't happy.
Because Faline would tell you no, and you don't like anybody telling you no.
Because there were things that were happening. And I know she wasn't happy. And mutually, this has been something that we have talked about.
One would hope so, that you wouldn't bring everything to YouTube, but oh, wait, it's Amberlynn.
About breaking up, trying to fix things, and it's hard when one person fixes or tries to fix things more than the other person.
And we know you're not trying to fix yourself now, are you? Because you think you're perfect.
And like, I don't want to point fingers.
Yeah, you do. You're pointing your finger right at Faline.
And anything like that, but a lot of people think that she's leaving me because I didn't get weight loss surgery, or because of my weight, or because of that. No.
Faline was going to be nice and give you half of the amount that you needed for weight loss surgery. Faline was going to help you, and when you realized that you were going to have that money, you're like, oh no, brakes, not gonna happen.
No. I know it's probably easier to believe, but for the first time in my life, I understand the saying, sometimes you need more than love, or sometimes love can only take you so far, because I am absolutely and utterly in love with Faline.
You don't know what love is. You have no clue what love is, and you show that constantly because of your abandonment. If you're going to blame something, blame your thoughts of love on abandonment and foster care and all that, because that's what you actually do.
And she is absolutely and utterly in love with me.
Of course, she's utterly in love with you. How could somebody not love Amber?
Yesterday was very hard for her. She has not drank in over a year, because when I stopped drinking, she also stopped. And she got extremely drunk.
Why are you outing her like that? Leave her alone. Let her be. She doesn't need to be content on your channel right now. But this one right here, your breakup, you knew was going to break your bank, huh?
Yesterday, and I had to take care of her. I was very worried. There was a moment where I almost called 911 because like I didn't know what to do.
Dramatic, Lynn. See, this is when you need to say you're a drama queen.
But we both agreed that there is no more alcohol to be coming in this home. She regrets drinking that hard, but she is trying to numb her pain.
Ain't it kind of funny? She drank whenever she was there with you, and then you turned to drinking after y'all split. You know, kind of, sort of. I done showed you that one. All right, Janet.
She is hurting too. She doesn't want to lose me, and she just regrets things. And this is probably like, I'm an immature person. You guys know that. I'm very childish at heart, and
you're not immature in a good way. You are immature in one of the worst ways ever. You are a child in your mind.
I do childish things, but this is probably one of the most mature things I've ever done, and it is ripping me to pieces.
Oh, yeah, we can tell it in your eyes. Don't you know eyes are just the keyhole to everything? And you don't have red eyes, you don't have swollen eyes, you don't have none of that.
It's ripping me. Like when Faline looked at me today and she was crying, and I was just like, what's hurting you the most?
Being with you. That should have been the answer. Getting associated with you.
And she said, I honestly thought it was you. And what she meant by that is, like, through our whole relationship, like, we had plans of getting married, and we even had a venue picked out, and you know, I was never ready for that proposal, and I've talked about that before. And
that's why one time you got a Christmas gift and it was put in a velvet pocket, couldn't even think right then, but then you were like, baby, is this what I think this is? And it wasn't. It ended up being something else. But she can't say she wasn't ready to be proposed to.
A lot of people were confused because marriage is something I've always kind of talked about, and it's because of the problems. But it was still something that I did want with her.
You changed Faline. Faline was healthy, Faline was independent, Faline did her own thing, and then you managed to get your claws into her and things changed.
If she worked on herself and we were able to grow together.
Did you hear that? Did you hear? If she worked on herself, not Amberlynn working on herself, it's Faline.
That is something I wanted. And it was something we always said to each other, that it's you. It's always been you, the one. That saying says, like, love isn't enough sometimes. Love isn't enough. And that is like the most mature way of looking at some things. I've never understood it.
You have no idea what you're talking about. That's why you're staring off in La La Land going, okay, what word comes next? What word comes next? What do I think about? You know, that's Amberlynn's way of thinking.
Before that, two people could be so in love with each other, but still not be right for each other. Like, this has been like the hardest thing that I've ever had to do. Like, I have random moments where I'm just like completely numb. Completely numb.
You know what my husband says to me, and I say to my husband, I'll tell you right now. He says, can't nobody else put up with you. And I tell him right back, and I go, you know nobody else will put up with you. He goes, so we're stuck together, aren't we? Pretty much. Amberlynn doesn't understand a long relationship. She can't be tied down that long.
And then I have other moments where my heart hurts so bad, it makes me feel like I'm gonna puke. Like, I literally feel physically ill. And I know Faline's feeling the same way. And it's just, I have to keep reminding myself why I'm doing this. And it's so freaking hard.
Why you are doing this. See, this is how she got herself in trouble. She didn't realize she was telling on herself this entire video.
So freaking hard. And there's just so many steps that I have to take now, and it's like I'm hurting more for Faline than I am for myself.
Whatever. No. You caused this. You did it all, so you can't hurt for her. You want us to hurt for you.
Because seeing her this heartbroken, like, I've never seen this side of her, and I just want to, like, hold her and kiss her and love her, and I know that I can't. I know that I shouldn't. And she slept on the couch again last night because I don't want to sleep in the same bed as her, because I need to detach myself.
Now you remember everything that she's saying right now, because we'll soon get to, maybe not this video, but soon enough, we'll get to how she really felt breaking up with Faline.
And she kept saying how badly she wanted to come crawl into bed with me, and I'm just so glad she didn't. Like, I'm so glad she didn't, because I would have caved. Or at least I feel like I would have, but...
Because you're not strong. That's your problem. You start stuff, but you can't finish it.
It's just like, something has to change. I want her to be fully happy.
You wanted her to drive you to your next destination, and you needed her for that.
And I want me to be fully happy.
You'll never be happy. Nothing's good enough for you.
Faline has worked so hard. She is one of the most hardworking people I've ever known.
And you don't know what that means. And that got on your nerves because you wanted her to spend more time with you than you did her doing her own actual job that brought money into the household. Just because you can sit down in front of a camera and whine and moan and complain does not mean everybody else can.
So many people have this misconception of her, she don't pay bills, she don't do this, she don't that's bullshit lies.
I wonder why we have that misconception, huh? You ever think you're the one that planted that, just like you're the one that doxed her?
That's just all made up for the entertainment by reaction channels.
Yeah, it's always somebody else's fault.
Faline is the most giving person, and she holds her own. She holds her own. She even holds me sometimes. I'm not really someone who needs help financially, and I'm grateful for that. I'm very, very grateful. But
oh, you absolutely are not. You prove that all the time. You disappear just because you want to disappear.
The whole weight loss surgery thing, and
I told you about that one. Faline was all behind her. The moment she knew she could do it, Amberlynn ran.
I'm just such a very giving person where I'm oh, you don't have to pay for rent, it's totally fine. And she's no, literally paying for half. I'm paying for half of the bills.
She's I'm an adult, Amberlynn. You're not going to control me financially.
She's just the most hardworking person, and it's I don't want her to be hardworking just to fucking pay rent. I want her to be able to live and to live her life.
What the crap are you talking about? You don't want her to work hard so she can pay her rent. Guys, what did I tell you? I mean, honestly, what did I tell you about Amberlynn? She has no concept of reality.
And to explore the world, and I cannot give her that right now. I can't. And it's so hard. I'm not perfect by no means. Faline wasn't fully happy either. I have a lot of freaking shit that I have to work on. Look at me.
But you're blaming it all on Faline, and you said Faline needed a change.
I can't travel with her right now. And I want to give that to her. I want to be able to give that to her.
You wanted to move to Seattle. That's what you wanted to do. Then you get the chance to, and you're I don't want to go.
And this is the only way that I know how to do it. And a lot of people don't understand that it wasn't one-sided, and there's just so many rumors going on. And
you think we're going to believe anything you say? Absolutely not.
I get it because of vagueness, and it's because some things I do have boundaries. I do. And I want to continue having those boundaries. But I do feel I need to do my part.
Even though the camera is still not moving, none of that, she's still got her head chopped off, or the top part, and then she's still off center. She puts no effort into anything at any time or anybody.
In protecting what is true and versus what is wrong. And it's
okay, true and wrong. You care about if you are wronged, not anybody else.
Conspiracies aren't true. None of them are true. None of them. And I just want to come on here and let everyone know what is true and what is real, and do my best to heal. And it's going to be hard to heal these next 3 to 5 months, 3 to 6 months. There's a lot that I have to do.
Okay, do you hear this? They're not separating. They're underneath the same roof.
There's a lot I have to do. And I have taken a few steps already because I am going to be moving. And it's not going to be right off the bat, because I am very obsessive I had to move into this apartment very quickly. It's a little different because this apartment is about 2 hours away from where I was living before, but where I will be moving is in a completely different state. It's gonna take me
Some people are like, oh, you're actually going to go to Washington? Really? You're going to actually make that jump?
couple days to even get there. So this is a lot more I's to dot, T's to cross, and I'm very obsessive.
And Faline probably helped you with every single bit of that.
In the sense of, I need everything to be perfect. I want to get rid of a lot of the things that I own, whether that be Goodwill, whether that be selling. I kind of want to just like...
You don't sell anything. Oh no, you give it all away and you brag about how much you give.
Purge a lot of stuff, and just a lot of things that holds, like an item can hold so many memories. I just don't want those anymore, and I don't want clutter. I just want...
You know, before this you didn't care. But when you got to with Faline, Faline was one that said, I need order, I need everything in its spot. I need to manage where I'm at. Amberlynn fell into that sloop. And now she's like, oh, this is on me, this is mine, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I want. No, she got all of that from Faline.
Anything that'll help me feel more at peace and less anxiety, that's what I want. I want more just at peace, and it's going to be hard for me to get there. I have a lot I have to do. So my first thing was, like, I have a weird way of trying to figure out certain things, probably in the way that like a normal person.
You're admitting that you don't run life like you're normal. You want life to revolve around you at all times, and when it doesn't, you get butthurt.
Would do things. So my first two things that I was more worried about was, is my bank in the state that I want to go to? And it is, so check. And then I also...
So your number one worry was my money, my ching, the thing that lines my pockets. That's your number one concern.
So wanted to know, because my accountant for taxes, I have had the same accountant for about 5-6 years now.
And you still complain about having to pay taxes. You still rush at the end of the year to get money to pay your dag-blame taxes. You donate and get receipts for your dag-blame taxes. This is what you do, Amberlynn.
And I do not want a different one. So I had to figure out if I'm able to keep the same accountant even if I live in a different state, and thankfully I am. So those, for some reason, were like two big stresses for me that were like...
Both of them's money, all about money. She didn't think about what the next step should be.
Super stressful. I think the next step is definitely going to buy boxes. I want to buy boxes so I can slowly start separating what I want to keep.
You used to go through the Goodwill bin, or not Goodwill, but Dollar General bin, and used to get their boxes in order to move. You're just so fancy dancy now.
What Faline wants to keep, what I want to give to Goodwill, and what I want to sell. And it's just going to be like a long process. It's going to be tedious, and I love tedious work. I personally love moving.
Are you serious right now? No, you're not serious. You don't love moving? You can't stand to move. You've already said that.
I love everything about moving besides finding the place. Trying to find somewhere that accepts 3 pets is very freaking hard. I got very lucky with this apartment because it is a luxury apartment, and I know people...
Oh yeah, point that one out. That's costing you more. Ching.
People LOL at that, they giggle at that, they roll their eyes at that, but it is luxury apartment. Like, this place is... like, literally, if you look up the name of it, it's luxury. So, it like says it in the name. I got very lucky.
Why are you pointing that out? Don't nobody care? Us with mortgages, we don't care.
This apartment, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get lucky again. So, I do want to just start kind of getting things together, and if I have to live out of boxes for a little bit, that's fine. I just want to do whatever's gonna make it easier for me, and whatever's gonna make it easier for Faline. There's a lot that has to happen. This isn't like a messy breakup. Like, she wants to be there to help me, and I want her to be here and I want to spend as much time with her as I can. Like,
You want her to stay underneath the same roof so you feel comfortable with this breakup and you feel in control of this breakup.
as a friend, and I know that she feels the same way, and I know that we're both hurting, so we're both being very like fragile with one another. And yeah, like I seem level-headed right now, but I bet you
No, you don't. You're the furthest thing from level-headed.
$1 million freaking dollars. At the minute I click this off, I'm just gonna be bawling my eyes out again. You can love someone with every single part of you, but know that it's just not the...
Come on, Amberlynn, find your words. You need to find something to make your audience feel bad for you. That's what you're trying to do. And unfortunately, a lot of people felt bad for you.
right time. It's not the right time for either of us right now. And I know that, and I think that's the part that hurts the most, is that we could stay together, but it was hurting.
You were manipulating the crap out of people watching you.
Being with her. That's really all I want to say about that. I don't know. I just don't know. It's hard when you think that you like are willing to accept like how a relationship is, so you're like, okay, this is gonna be my life.
Pay attention to the word like. When she can't find her words or she needs something filler, she's gonna use the word like. Just like somebody else I know.
This is gonna be my future. But then when something finally just like clicks in your head and you're like, no, wait, I can't accept this. And that goes for both me and Faline.
Quit speaking for Faline. Let Faline use her own words.
Now we have to figure out what our future is going to be like.
There's no our future. There's your future and her future. This shows that you hadn't let go yet.
Because we thought we had that planned. You know, we knew where we wanted to move and we were going to do that together. And now she's trying to figure out where she wants to go, and I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going. So it's like,
you're pretty sure you knew exactly where you were headed.
Now the future I thought we were going to have, we're both trying to figure out a future without each other, and it's hard. It's very painful. But yeah, I just wanted to give this update, and
you tried to correct everything you said in the last one from the people not wanting to believe anything you have to say. Everybody said it was your fault.
I want to try my hardest to get back into like vlogs and stuff, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Like,
pick up the dad blame camera and talk into it just like you are now.
hi guys, look at me eat my cottage cheese and mustard. Like, that feels so fake to me.
You're fake anyways.
That is why I also had to tell YouTube I could not go on with filming without telling you guys what just being completely fake. Like,
see, you admit it. You admit that you're fake most of the time.
hey guys, look at this haul. Like, no. I am going to end this video. Again, thank you guys so much for the support and the kind words. Like, it means the world to me, truly, because this is a hard time, but I'm strong.
No, you're not. That's why you stayed where you were at instead of going, you know what, Faline, you can have this apartment. I'm going. That's what you needed to do.
I've been through a lot in my life, and I know that Faline is also strong, and she's going to get through it as well. And yeah, I will give you guys more updates soon. I'm going to try to film and upload as much as possible, because in a weird way, this is also healing for me to
YouTube is your therapist.
Film and to word vomit and to just speak.
Exactly. There's no meaning to anything coming out of her mouth right now.
Speak. So anyways, I hope that you guys are doing good, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. All right, you guys, so Faline is here, and this is hard for the both of us, but
then why are you smiling? This isn't hard for you. You want everybody to be on your side, so you're trying to prove a point, and that point never has a fine tip.
I asked her if she wanted to, you know, say her side or anything, because there are a lot of you who do like her.
There's no sides.
Amberlynn has prompted Jane to do this. Faline, Jade, Wifey, whatever you want to call her.
Like, I don't feel like there's any sides to this breakup.
No, there's no sides, but I definitely want you to be able to use your voice. And,
She wants Faline to go, yeah, no, this wasn't Amberlynn's fault. Amberlynn didn't do this. Amberlynn's hurting. That's why Amberlynn said for Jade to do this.
this is the best way to do it. I went onto Instagram, and these were the top questions.
She always goes to Insta. She does not care about her YouTube audience. She doesn't. She proves that daily.
And Faline already went over them to decide if she wants to answer them or not, and she said they're all fine to answer because obviously I want her to
Quit talking, Amberlynn. Let her talk.
be able to speak about what she wants to speak about. So,
I don't remember a single one of those questions.
do you want to go over them again?
No, it's fine. Just throw them at me.
Okay. So the first question is, will you be moving out of state as well?
Yeah. I think I just want a clean slate. I don't know where I'm going yet.
They kind of just jumped into this relationship. Come at Janet, go do the live.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I just know I'm moving. I don't know where. I don't have a set date, but that's just a new adventure.
That's what I'm saying. Amberlynn needed to leave and let Jade just stay where she was at.
Yeah. I feel emotional.
No.
We both
okay.
keep going back and forth between numb and super emotional.
Don't nobody care about your emotions. This is about Jade. Hush it up, Amberlynn.
And it's always on different times. When I'm emotional, she's numb. When I'm numb, she's emotional.
We haven't synced up our emotions yet.
No. Will you remain in each other's lives as friends?
No, because Amberlynn messed it up.
I mean, we better.
We absolutely better.
100%. I mean, that's still my best friend. Like,
Oh.
don't cry.
You want to be honest? I literally thought that you were going to be the one to cry during this.
Her laugh has gotten so rashy. She's like breathing to get that laugh out.
I don't
You hear it?
know. I'm like, I feel very detached
So it's been working.
in this moment of time. I have my moments where
Yeah.
I'm crying. Like you said, I have my moments where I'm numb.
Amberlynn is posting this so that her audience will be on her side and not go so hard on her. But it didn't work because everybody saw right through it.
But yeah, this moment it just feels like a surreal.
Yeah. And what I mean by it's working is like, because I'm the one who kind of made the rules.
See, it's Amberlynn's fault. Amberlynn did it. It's on Amberlynn, but Amberlynn is not going to take responsibility.
No sleeping in the bed together. I keep asking her if she's comfortable on the couch. She says it's cozy, so. Alright, next question. Will you keep the tattoos you got that have to do with Amber?
Kind of stuck with them unless you get them lasered off or covered up. But even if you cover them up, you still know that tattoo is there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see a reason not to. My tattoos are a story of my life, my journeys, and people in my life. And
You can look at that tattoo, Jade, and be like, see, this is where I went dumb, stupid, numb in my mind. I was with this person and I will never do that again. That's how you need to look at them tattoos.
Yeah, Amber may not be my partner anymore, but she's still someone I love. That doesn't change. No, I'm not just gonna erase her.
The manipulation that Amber uses is just insane.
Do you think it's gonna be hard to see the tattoos though? Because I can't even imagine.
Oh my goodness, leave her alone. She's already answered the question. Stop it. Quit wanting her to say, oh, I love you, Amber. I'll always love you, Amber. You're my number one, Amber. Leave her alone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be, a whole new adjustment when we're not living together.
Like once we say our,
Yeah.
I was gonna say final goodbyes, but I don't think it's that.
I don't think it's fine.
Oh, you make it that way, Amberlynn, because of who you are.
Goodbyes, I told you that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's just gonna be us not living together anymore.
In two completely different states. But you love to travel. So.
And why she ended up with you, I seriously don't know.
I'll make my way to you at some point.
Yes, you will. In your words, why did the breakup happen?
In my words,
You better be careful, Jade. You better be careful.
I feel like this is probably the most adult relationship I've ever had.
I would not use that to explain anything with Amberlynn. She done said she's childish.
There was a lot of growth on both ends.
You learned what you don't want in your life.
And as you grow, sometimes you just realize you need different things than what you may have originally thought you needed. And that's what it came down to.
Jade is speechless because she's afraid that she's going to say the wrong thing.
don't give each other what we need. In not all senses. That's not in all senses, but in enough sense that we just realized we may not be the best for each other.
If y'all are friends and so cool and all that, why did you put a breaking heart up on the screen the entire time? You should have love and feelings for your good best friend.
Or at least in the capacity of a relationship. Like, there was no animosity, there is no animosity. At least from my end, there's no ill will.
Y'all hear how Jade does not know what to say? There's a reason for that.
We're still in love. Like, I still love her. But sometimes that's just not enough to push a relationship through.
Yeah.
You know?
I've tried to explain that, and some people don't believe in mutual breaking up.
No, nobody believes you. You are liar Lynn.
It is a thing. It's when two people agree to go their separate ways, and we agree on that. As painful as it is.
I mean, I guess to those people, like, you're, in a sense, lucky that you've never had to experience that.
Yeah, because it's a different type of pain,
This
for
is
sure.
definitely a different type of pain. Because, you know, if you end things on bad terms, you can wipe that person from your life and just move on. But it's like...
Especially if you're not in love with them anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Amberlynn, quit trying to tell Jade what to say. Leave her alone. Gosh, you were like a dog with a bone.
Yeah. And it's like, you can just move on, move forward, and that's that. But when you're still in love with the person, it's like you have to make that unselfish decision to say, I'm not what you need. And I will say it's probably one of the most mature things I've ever done.
Amberlynn is selfish. You need to tell Amberlynn that you need her no matter what.
Yeah. So the next question was actually, are you still in love with Amberlynn?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I love her with all my heart.
If you could turn back time, what would you do differently?
There's a lot of things I would do differently.
Not get with Amberlynn would be the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Amberlynn, really? You better watch your words, woman. I ain't gonna warn you again.
I would have made sure I was in a better place emotionally, mentally.
If you were in a better place emotionally and mentally, you never would have got with Amberlynn.
Before entering this relationship.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still at a point in my life where I'm growing and changing from year to year.
Week to week. Me too, though.
Yeah.
Amberlynn, you don't change. You do not change at all. You are always yourself unless you're taking on somebody else's personality.
And I think when we first started dating, I thought I was like in a good spot. I was taking medication for mental health, going to therapy regularly. I had felt the best I've felt in my adult life.
And then you got with Amber and everything hit the fan.
And I thought, like, it can't get any better than this, but there was still a lot of things I needed to work on. Yeah. And I know you saw that firsthand.
Yeah. Both of us have a lot we have to work on.
No, you said Faline had things that she needed to work on. You need to get it straight, Amberlynn.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the one that got away.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
You're the one that pushed her away.
Because I think about that saying where it's just like, we're right for each other, but like not right now. You know? And you never know what the future holds.
That's it. You never know what the future holds.
You never know.
You lose them how you get them, Faline. You found her in the DMs and you're going to lose her with somebody else in the DMs.
Who fucking knows?
Okay, so next question is, how are you feeling?
And it's been a rough few days.
That first day especially, like, because I told them about you drinking and how scary that was.
Yeah, I'm not very good at...
I don't think Faline wants to discuss this, but Amberlynn's forcing it on her.
I'm not an emotional person. Amber is definitely the emotional one out of the two of us.
Yeah.
Then why is she saying all you're doing is crying?
Yes, I am.
I bottle up my emotions until I can't take it anymore, and that first day I definitely pushed everything down until it just came out in the worst way possible. But I've been allowing myself to cry. I've been allowing myself to sit in those sad moments.
You understand the words Faline's saying? Allow. Because Amberlynn doesn't allow Faline to do nothing.
Not stay there, but just sit for a moment. And actually talking about it. Like, talking about it with you has been fairly therapeutic.
Ah, great. When you start using Amberlynn as a therapist, you know you've hit rock bottom.
Really?
I will say.
Yeah. Even as painful as it is, I feel like that's probably a good thing to talk about it, you know. And I'm proud of you, because I know through our whole relationship, it's hard for you to express your feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fault Amberlynn's pointed out right now. It's not a compliment. It's not anything like that. It is a flaw in Jade.
I mean, it's like we're grieving the same thing. It's like I still feel like, you know, even though this is our breakup, I still feel like you're on my side.
Of course.
You know?
And you're on mine.
Of course.
I know a lot of people don't.
I thought there wasn't sides. That's what you said.
Get it.
And that's okay.
You don't have
they
to.
didn't live it, and it's fine.
Yeah, because, like, people say, we don't know Faline. We didn't know your guys' relationship. Like, that's what I try to get across to people, is that, like, what you see on camera isn't my full life.
We didn't get to see Faline on camera, but the thing is we got to hear about Faline getting you food and, boosting you up. We got to hear with Faline doing all that and sitting around playing games with you all day, buying you Legos. That's what you wanted Jade for.
What's important to me is you.
No, what's important to Amberlynn is Amberlynn.
And I protected your privacy for so long, and I'm going to continue to do so. But by doing that, they didn't get to see the beauty in us. They didn't see the fun. They didn't see the love.
And that's all your fault. You're the one that vlogs your life, not us.
And that's okay. But
And there was a lot of that.
there was a lot.
There was a lot of that.
Yes.
Even now, there's still laughter and...
Yeah.
Now, grasp the fact that Faline is the one that should be talking throughout all of this. The questions were approached from Faline, not supposed to be approached from Amber's side. But that's not what's happening.
Stupid inside jokes.
Yeah.
And I only expect that to continue.
Yeah, me too.
But no relationship is perfect.
Nope.
But I really do commend you for acknowledging.
You just gotta kind of go and just exhale when you start listening to this.
What you need.
I mean, same. So the last question. Is there anything else you want to say? Or you want to add? Or whatever it may be? This isn't the last time you guys are going to hear from Faline, by the way. Because we do have some months together. And I'm going to start vlogging again.
See, this should have waited till the end and when they were actually leaving each other. That's when they should have done this, so Faline could say how she really felt and not be, pushed by Amber to get Amber's audience on Amber's side. Faline didn't care. Amber did.
I don't want it to be awkward for her to be, her limbs to be part of my vlogs still, so we just want to make it very clear that this is not, it's dramatic.
We don't get to hear baby anymore. We're so tired of that.
But it's not the type of drama that I think people want or they're looking for. So yeah, anyways, is there anything else that you'd like to say?
You're a good person.
For those of us that's watched her for years, we know the truth about that one.
Thank you. That was random. I was not expecting that. So are you.
No, but you're a genuinely good person. Like, I've never... See, you got me emotional.
I see the tears.
Here's the thing. If Amberlynn was such a good person, she wouldn't have done what she did to Beck.
They're starting.
I've never had someone show me what I'm worth.
Oh.
I guess.
You're worth so much. And that's why this is happening, because you deserve the world.
Amberlynn's like, you didn't give me what I wanted when I wanted it, so you need to go. Don't y'all fall for this. Don't you dare fall for this. You need to take a step back, and you just need to whoosah and understand what's really happening here.
And sadly, right now...
See? Amberlynn's even having to do it.
Because of circumstances, I can't give you that. You know?
And I can't give you that.
I know. but we can be best friends and we can be in each other's lives, you know?
You ruined that, Amberlynn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're just a good person. Like, I know there's people out there who just want to see the character of Amberlynn, but...
Now, if you watch the one I did with her moving from Kentucky to Oklahoma, if you watch that, you notice Faline was there and then she gone.
Behind the scenes and off camera, you're a good person.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see your growth in the next phase of your life.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you do take the time to just learn about you more.
Stop lying. You're gonna be a jealous ex. You just want me to be single.
That's what Amberlynn wants. Amberlynn wants Jade to be jealous of everything Amberlynn does. She tells on herself so much she don't even realize it.
Get the fuck out of here.
See, we be joking still.
Get
No.
the fuck out of here.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be single this bad in my life. I have not been single since I was 16. Like, when you really realistically think about it, I've always either...
So you're admitting that this was your fault because you wanted to be single. That's what you're admitting.
been in a relationship or I've been talking to somebody, but I don't want that. I want to see who I am as a single individual.
Same here.
That's going to be interesting for us both to find that, you know?
Yeah, I haven't been single in a while. I mean, there are periods of time where I'm single.
Jade, are you saying you fail to be able to be single the same way Amberlynn does? Because if that's the case, you kind of deserved each other at this point, and I can't feel sorry for Jade, because Jade's the one that chose to be with Amberlynn.
But, you know, I want some extended period
Yeah.
of time.
It's going to be good for you.
Yeah. It's going to be a time of growth, time of reflection.
It's gonna be weird for me and hard, but it's gonna be interesting because, like, I've noticed, like, especially in the
Oh, this has just gone downhill. It really has. Because Jade is choosing her words so carefully. And you can tell it. That's why there's so much silence.
last, like, maybe 4 years of my life, I like to be alone. Like, I like my alone time. You know?
See, don't go crazy with that.
I mean, yes, I
don't
love
go
being
crazy.
near you. I love
Don't
being
go
near
crazy.
you. That doesn't change. But, like, you know, those couple of times where you went to see your family and I was here.
And you whined and complained because you were alone and there's no way you could have been in the car for that long a drive because you would swell. Let's get honesty in here, Amberlynn.
Like, I loved that alone time, you know?
I mean, I think you need some alone time.
Oh, absolutely. You as well.
I do. I do.
That's what happens when you don't have an outside job and you're stuck with each other constantly.
Yeah, I just need to figure out where I'm gonna settle. I mean, maybe I'll hop from place to place for a little bit.
Gotta be a little realistic, but you're gonna figure it out. You're a free spirit. This isn't the end of us. It's
Just a new chapter.
It's just a new chapter.
Amberlynn, you're so full of malarkey. You should have ended this video a while ago.
It hurts, but I feel like it'll be worth it, hopefully, in the end.
I can only see good things coming from this.
Oh, yeah, things change fast, Jade.
Yeah, same.
Wow, that was depressing.
Stop right now.
Over here crying, you're crying.
I know you ended up crying, you emotional thing. Where did this emotion come from?
You must have put some teardrops up in my eyes.
Yeah.
Y'all, please say that you're understanding what she's doing here. Oh my goodness. She is not convincing me of nothing.
That's what
I
it was.
wasn't looking.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you put something in the air, making my eyes water. That's all it is.
Whatever. It's the chemtrails.
Don't get me started, because you know I will go off on some sort of conspiracy.
Oh my god, we should start a podcast.
No, you shouldn't. There's way too much silence from y'all.
Oh my god. Absolutely nobody would understand what we're talking about.
Nobody would care.
No.
There would be like a select few people who are like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, thank you, Faline, for using your voice to just share your side.
And using Amberlynn's words for sharing her side.
We've had a few days to reflect, and I definitely feel a lot more level-headed and clear-headed versus how I felt a couple days ago. So that's good.
And now we're back to I, me.
And I think you're feeling the same way. I can kind of tell.
Don't put words and feelings into her. You leave her alone.
It's starting to sink in.
I feel like,
Haven't fully digested it yet, but it's starting to sink in.
yeah, this situation is going to be like an onion. And right now,
Yeah.
If it was mutual, they wouldn't be talking like this. Amber wouldn't be saying, here, give me redemption with my audience. This sounds completely Amberlynn's fault because Jade hasn't accepted it.
I think we're just slowly getting into the second layer.
Speaking of onions,
What?
can we watch Shrek?
If you guys want to know a random fact about Faline, Shrek is her favorite movie. She's seen it like maybe 300 times.
And Amberlynn is too good to sit down and watch it with Jade.
So, random fact.
But you won't watch it with me.
Whatever. I can't watch any movies. My attention span, I don't.
Don't play with me. We've watched movies. You had me watch.
Thank you, Jade. Call her out. Make sure you call her out for every lie that she said. This is why she cut this video off, is because you started speaking your mind.
Krampus.
You fell asleep halfway through.
It was so bad.
You didn't get to see the gingerbread men.
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It was down the chimney.
No. I'm talking.
Amberlynn can't sit down and watch a movie with Faline, but Amberlynn could sit down and play games with Faline. She could sit down and play board games. She could do that, but she couldn't watch something Jade wanted to watch.
When they're trying to kill, and then like the creepy thing in like the basement.
Oh no, I slept through all that.
Yeah, you did. Anyways,
But at least Jade tried.
we're gonna probably take a nap. Neither of us have been sleeping very good. She's on the couch. I'm in the bedroom.
Why don't you take the couch? Let her have the bedroom. Oh yeah, because it's the comfort of Amberlynn comes first.
Where a lot of wonderful moments went down, so it's hard. Sorry, TMI. I mean, in all. Sorry. So it's just hard for me to, sleep in the bed, but. So I think we're both gonna take a nap, and then we have some grocery shopping we have to do. So, are you?
She needed Jade to continue running her around town and doing all that. She wanted to use Jade to every single possibility Jade could offer to Amberlynn.
Guys, we will see you later, and thank you, Faline, for just being great.
Don't play with me.
Thanks for giving me some chain.
You know you're the great one.
No, stop. See, everything's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay.
Best friends for life.
That doesn't happen.
You're stuck with me.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Amberlynn. Alright, guys, so what did you think? I like editing everything in together for you so that you get a big picture and it's not give you one video here, one video here, and one video here. That's what I try not to do because, even if I run out of content, she's going to make more. But anyways, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. I can't do right by my computer no matter what I do. I have something up there and I delete it. I tell you something, me and electronics, they don't work. I just need to go back outside with my horses and forget about this. But I want y'all to have a good one for me.